and Sarawak. But more than that, kita nak belajar, memahami, mendalami kandungan dasar bersama Pakatan Rakyat. For the whole country, for Sabah and Sarawak, what will we do? What is happening today? There's complete imbalance in our system. No more freedom of the press. No more independence of the judiciary. The police and the civil service are no longer neutral. And the Pakatan Rakyat policy has promised one thing. All this will be brought into balance again. The judiciary will be made independent of the executive. And the Judicial Appointment Commission will also be independent. What are we going to do for democracy? Today you want to register as a voter. SPR will give you so many problems, especially if you are from the opposition party. Pakatan Rakyat will democratize this nation. Pakatan Rakyat will ensure every citizen of Malaysia, upon attaining the age of 18, mencapai umur 18 tahun, secara otomatik akan didaftarkan sebagai pemilih di dalam pilihan raya kita. Tak payah assistant registration officer pergi daftarkan. Automatic registration. No more postal votes for office for military men and policemen within the nation. No more postal vote. But for Malaysians who are working overseas, and my friends, there are almost 2 million Malaysians now overseas, driven away from our own shores by the mismanagement of this country's economy by UMNO, Barisan Nasional. They will be entitled to vote by postal vote in London, in Australia, in China, in Hong Kong, in Singapore. Agreed? Agreed. But not officers and military men and policemen working here in Peninsular Malaysia. Don't agree? Agree tak? Setuju tak? Just now I was referring to the doctrine of the separation of power. The separation of power between the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. Today, the judiciary is too strong. We want to make sure that today's Petronas accounts, your 45% of petroleum output, your 64% of natural gas output, Sabah and Sarawak, nobody knows what the accounts of Petronas are. Do you know that? I was a minister in Mahathir Mohamad's cabinet for 9 years. I never saw the accounts of Petronas. Parliament does not know. Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim told me personally, as Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, he had no access to the accounts of Petronas. One man and one man alone had complete control over the resources and the wealth of Petronas. That is the President of UMNO and the Prime Minister of Malaysia. Accountable to no man. Anwar Ibrahim said, from the time we take over, the accounts of Petronas will be made public. How much money was received, how much money was spent, how was it spent, and Petronas will have to be accountable to Parliament, not to the Prime Minister. Agreed? Agreed. Appointment of IGP, Attorney General, Auditor General, all the senior posts will be approved by Parliament, not by the Prime Minister alone as it is today. Agreed? So there are in this manifesto: an independent press. An independent press and the passing of the Freedom of Information Act. Selangor has already started. BKR Selangor government has already started Freedom of Information Act. No more stop OSA. You cannot have any Russia OSA. Now people, journalists, people will have access to information within the government. So my friends, in terms of education, the universities will be made autonomous. Appointment of vice-chancellors will no more be made by the Minister of Education, but will be made by the Senate of the university. That is called university autonomy. They will decide the curriculum, the contents will be decided by the university, no longer by the Minister of Education. Scholarships will be based on merit and on financial needs. Today, keadilan will say to every Malaysian, there will be justice in the scholarship system. Agree? We talk about privatization. We reject all forms of privatization that burdens the people of Malaysia. But beyond that, we are going to take over Plus Highway. This doesn't affect you here because the Plus Highway is north-south peninsula. It doesn't come across the sea to Sabah, okay? We will do away with that. You know what happened now? Plus. We know Plus. UMNO has a big interest in Plus. Government give you so little money for the development of Sabah for next year. Najib, 8% for Sabah and Sarawak. Let me tell you, Khazanah and EPF are going to buy over Plus Highway. How much? 23 billion ringgit. Take over. You know the private shareholders of Plus, 48% of the total shares of Plus. They will get 11 billion ringgit. Who are the private shareholders of Plus? We want the government to give us an answer. Who are the people? Are they nominees? 11 billion, and you give to Sabah a little bit of money, crumbs thrown to you. These are the things that we have to address, and that we will address. And within 7 years of taking over, we will make sure that the Plus highways in Malaysia, whether it's Peninsular Malaysia, will be made toll-free roads for the citizens of this nation. We will give you nationwide free broadband services. Government will pay for free broadband services in Sabah, in Sarawak, and in Peninsular Malaysia. Where are we going to get the money? Very simple. We are going to get the money from the end and the cessation of corruption in Malaysia. We are going to save billions of ringgit. UMNO has been treating the Treasury and EPF and Khazanah as their own private banking facility. We are going to stop that. We want to make sure we raise up honest people of integrity here in Sabah that will form the next government, state government of Sabah, if the people of Sabah are with us. We promise you no more corruption in Sabah. No more vacuum cleaners in Sabah. It will be a jihad, a crusade against corruption here in this state. Agreed?